Hey everyone, and welcome back to Double Sleep MTG. I'm Guy. In this week's video, we'll figure out which Duskmourn commander is the best in cEDH. We're joined in first seat by TTC, the Thunder Conductor himself, or the Morgan Freeman of cEDH. He'll be on Nashi. It's a Demir Turbo Necro Dominance line, looking to just jam, go as fast as possible, all gas, no brakes. In second seat, Seth is playing the Master of Keys, good old Esper stacks. There's an Underworld Breach in the command zone, looking to generate infinite mana, dump it into his commander, mill his deck, and just control us in the process. I'm on Boros Kiki Jiki, or the Jolly Bloom Man. I'm just floating down here, trying to do normal Kiki lines with silence effects and a bunch of stacks pieces. We'll see if I get there. In fourth seat is Introback on Valgavoth. Valgavoth? I still don't remember that thing's name half the time. This is a Staxy Rakdos list that will look to punish its opponents for just taking game actions like playing fetch lands and beat its opponents down to the commander, but it can also change up into a turbo game plan. Without holding you up any further, let's get into this game. TTC kept an opening hand of Underground Sea, Shizo Death Storehouse, Mox Amber, Mystical Tutor, and Necro Dominance, mulliganing Valley Flood Caller and City of Traders. Seth Snap kept 7 with a Windswept Heath, Marsh Flats, Mystical Tutor, Mindbreak Trap, Lotho, Hullbreaker, and Tiny Bones joins up, one of the key combo pieces in the deck. I'm going down to 6 with a City of Brass, Sacred Foundry, Path to Exile, Magda, Delny, Draenith Magistrate, and my mulligan is a Flare Duplication. Unfortunately, Beth is starting us off in 4th seat on a mold of 4, keeping a Snow-Covered Swamp, Mana Vault, Harsh Mentor, Opposition Agent, and his mulligans were a Praetor's Grass, Magus of the Moon, and a Diabolic Intent. Good old pre-mulligan action thanks to a dumb set. 1 and 10, y'all pick.
2.
Seth.
4.
Pick 1. 4.
10.
Damn it, Beck, you should have said 6.
Should have said 3, man. I was like, fuck, you're not gonna choose 3?
I got Delusionary and Unsanctioned, so I can get 6.
I will draw 1. Play an Underground Sea. And then I will cast a Mox Amber. Fast turn.
Alright. Upkeep, draw. Marsh Flats. Crack this Marsh Flats. We will get a scrub land. I'll cast the Esper Sentinel and then I will pass my turn. It's on you.
Draw for turn. I'll play a tap Sacred Foundry and pass.
Oh.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw a card. We are going to play a Blazemire Verge. So I will go ahead and tap it for a Mana Vault. Trigger Esper Sentinel. I decline to pay.
Okay.
And I'll just respond to the Esper Sentinel trigger because I plan on doing this. And I'm gonna cast a Mystical Tutor, and you can draw for Esper Sentinel.
Esper Sentinel trigger first for the Mystic.
This is why we run in.
I probably should mulligan. It'd be like that sometimes.
I'm just getting a Dark Ritual and just putting it on top of my library. That's all.
Mystical Tutor resolved. Now for the Vault trigger on the Esper Sentinel. Oh.
I decline to pay. Mana Vault is good. I will pass the turn.
All right, here we go. This is
Untap.
turn 1.
I don't run ad nauseum. Relax. I don't run ad nauseum.
Yeah, the deck is definitely not an ad nauseum deck. I don't know if you took a look at it in the chat.
It's a lot of big drops in there.
Total CMC is like fucking 80.
I'll cast Nashi, Searcher in the Dark. It is a legendary creature, Rat Ninja Warrior, 2/2. It has Menace, and it says whenever Nashi, Searcher in the Dark, deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards from your hand into your hand this way, put a +1/+1 counter onto the Nashi. So I will choose to just cast the Dark Ritual right now, though.
Yes.
You can draw for Esper yet. You're good. I'll make 3 black mana. I will cast a Necro Dominance.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Is that okay?
No, it's not okay, but I'm sure. I guess we're just going to go with it.
Yeah, I will go to my end step at the beginning. I will choose to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will just draw 8 cards. Just a value Necro.
This game is going to be over real quick.
Go to discard, and I will discard to exile a Psych Rift, a Praetor's Grabs, a Fish, and a Opposition. Yeah, I just passed turn.
All right. Untap. We'll draw. Windswept Heath. I'll crack it, and this time I will go get the Tundra. Go Dauntless Dismantler. Beck, Esper's coming at you.
Player no blockers.
Now I'll go to clean up. I will discard a Tiny Bones joins up.
Oh, that's a problem.
Untap.
Yep.
Okay.
It's on you, guy.
I guess this is where I'm at because I need mana. Spin 2. I'll cast a Magda. Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. We will play a Snow-Covered Swamp. I will then proceed to cast my commander.
Cast.
2 black red. He's a 4/4 legendary creature, Elder Demon. Flying ward, pay 2 life. Whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a 1/1 counter on him and draw a card. All right, if he is good, I'm going to proceed to pass the turn.
I will untap. Upkeep, no draw step. I will just go to end step. Necro Dominance will trigger, and I will choose to pay 26 life.
Yeah.
And draw 26.
Yep.
The Bowmaster when you need it.
Now that those are in your hand, Valgavoth trigger on the stack.
I will tap Mox Amber, and I'll cast a chain of vapor targeting the Dauntless Dismant. Esper can draw if you would like to. Chain of Vapor, okay?
Chain of Vapor's okay.
Cast a Rain and Filth. Hold priority. Pay 2 life and mid step. Hold priority on that. Cast an offer. You can't refuse that.
You did all of that. No, that does get you 4 mana, yeah.
I will cast a free Mind Break Trap.
Cast the pack targeting.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Offers, okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
you got it.
Make 2 treasure. I think I just punted that, but it's okay. Cast the Brainstorm. Yeah, I did not draw either one of my instant speed enablers. I will just cast this Fairy Mastermind. So I will just do this, sculpt my 5 that I will end up dying with, but that's all. Pass over to Seth.
Like I said at the beginning, this deck is all gas and no breaks. TDC thought he had a line there, which is why he just jammed for it. Unfortunately, he mistook the Imperial Seal that's in his hand for a Vampiric Tutor, and also didn't realize that he didn't have either Born Upon a Wind or Valley Flood Caller in his hand, so he just kind of fizzled out there.
Untap. Keep. Draw. We will do the City of Brass. I'm going to do a Lotho. City of Brass, so you draw a card.
Trigger Valgavoth. I'll put a counter on him and draw a card.
Second spell this turn. Mana Vault.
Trigger Lotho.
Get a treasure. All right. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Hey, we got a land.
That's a land that I like to see.
Go to combat. I will attack Seth with Magda. Trigger Magda. It became tapped, so I get a treasure. Take 2. I got a treasure. Second main phase. Cast a Mana Vault.
Pay the 1.
I will not. I will crack for a white. Pay 3. Cast a Smothering Tithe.
Spell. Lotho trigger.
Tap City of Brass for a white mana. Trigger Valgavoth.
Put a counter on him and draw a card.
Trigger Smothering Tithe. I use that white mana to attempt to Path to Exile Valgavoth.
Trigger ward, pay 2 life.
Will pay 2 life.
He gets exiled.
I will crack for a white. Tap for 2, lose 2. I'll cast a Draenith Magistrate. Have my 1 floating. I will pass after that.
Untap, upkeep, Mana Vault trigger, decline to pay. Draw, Mana Vault trigger. I will lose 1 life.
Smothering Tithe trigger.
Yep, I will play a command tower. I'm going to pay 2 for a dockside.
Pay 1 here. I'll go for a Mystic Tutor.
I have no responses. If it gets to me, I will be cracking my treasure. I'm just going to step away and go to the bathroom.
We'll get a Force of Will.
So dockside ETB back on the stack.
I will crack my second treasure in response for a blue.
I will get 6 treasures. Cast a demonic tutor.
Second spell this turn.
And trigger Esper.
All right, I will pay 1.
I will get a treasure.
Now that we are back to demonic tutor and I have priority, I am going to spend 3 on a Valakut Awakening. I will put 1, 2, 3 cards on the bottom, so I will draw 4 cards. That will trigger Smothering Tithe 4 times. I will decline to pay. Demonic tutor is good to resolve.
Yep.
The demonic tutor resolves. I will then proceed to crack my treasure and cast a Cataract Parasite. Cataract Parasite is good. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep, packed trigger. I would cast this Limdol's Vault and just pay the life to kill myself, but there's an Esper on board, so I won't be doing that. I lose to my pack trigger. GG.
Thank you for making me edit that.
Untap. Keep. Draw. I take 1.
Trigger Parasite, trigger Smothering Tithe.
You got the Smothering Tithe. I'll put a Sea of Clouds on the board. We'll go for it here. Flesh Duplicate. Flesh Duplicate comes in a copy as a Dork Side.
Dockside ETB trigger. I will sacrifice 5 treasures to Magda.
Yep.
I'll put Vexing Bubble onto the battlefield.
Got you.
Yeah, your count is
Total of 4.
I'll go to 5 treasures. 3 here. Tap 2 here and 2 blue. Hullbreaker Horror. Second spell. Copy Artifact. Hullbreaker trigger on the stack. Targeting Flesh Duplicate. Flesh Duplicate returns to my hand.
Copy Artifact resolves. Like a Mana Vault, or a Vexing Bubble.
We'll make it come in as a Mana Vault. Then I will use the other 2 here to recast Flesh Duplicate. Hullbreaker trigger. Targeting Mana Vault. Flesh Duplicate. ETB trigger. 4 treasures. present the loop of infinitely doing this and netting 1 treasure each time. Using Hullbreaker to bounce the Flesh Duplicate and the Mana Vault, I'll make infinite colorless mana as well as infinite treasures.
Where would you like to end the cycle?
I will end the cycle by bouncing the Drana.
Nothing for it.
I will move to cast Master of Keys, where X is 100.
Cast trigger Hullbreaker Horror.
Hullbreaker Horror is going to bounce Flesh Duplicate back. Creature has flying. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put X 1/1 counters on it and mill twice. Then enchantment cards in my graveyard have escape. Escape cost to the card's mana cost plus 3 other cards from your graveyard. My library, I will move to cast the Animate Dead. Enters
For
the battlefield.
Hullbreaker, because that's a thing.
We will bounce the Mana Vault, and I will reanimate the Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle states... I win the game.
GG's.
GG.
Seth ended up getting there. Congratulations to him with the Master of Keys. I guess he is the Master of Duskmourn. That was a pretty sweet line he ended up getting through there, generating infinite mana, dumping his deck into the graveyard, and then just, with cleanness, animate deading the Thassa's Oracle. Who needs Brain Freeze and Breach? TCC tried to jam for a sweet one there, and I think I had some pretty good sequencing with trying to get value off the Valgavoth while also locking out the commanders in the game. I probably should have mulliganed that hand. It was way too slow for me where I was at. But hey, first renditions of the deck. Speaking of which, we did set up a Jolly Balloon Man Discord. If you want to join that, a link to it will be down in the description below. As well as down there in the description, you'll find deck lists as you do every week for all the decks we've played. You'll find links to future events we plan on attending, as well as you'll find links to our Discord, as well as all of our social medias. Go hop in there, drop a subscribe, drop a like, continue to comment, share, and show us some love. Get us on that goal to 1,000 subs faster. Look forward to seeing everyone out next week at the AGL 10K out in Reidsville, North Carolina, and after that at the Boyle 2 down in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Thank you, and see you again next week.